Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Associated Guests. I, as always, am your host, Alfie Animus, here at the Bear in Mind channel. And today, people are freaking out about how poorly Supergirl did for some reason. I saw this coming a mile away. And when you hire a writer who's never written for anything except for one short story for a big budget Hollywood movie, I mean, that's a bet. But clearly you're me placing that bet and not not my one buddy who always wins those ridiculous bets. But and then California senator is told, "Hey, thank you for everything you've done for this." From a trans person, "Thank you for everything you've done for the trans community and the gay community. It means a lot, and it really hurts me to say this, but fuck you. Why didn't you say free Palestine?" Makes perfect sense. Western localizers fired, hopefully for not actually translating things into English. You know, putting their own crap in there. And then, yeah, let's see what's going on in this last story as well. Let's get into it.
Supergirl opens with 36 million domestically. It did worse than Morbius. It got
I don't know if you know this, but that's pretty damn bad. See, and the funny thing about Morbius, and I talked a little bit about this before, Morbius, after it bombed, people saw that people were talking about it online. They were making fun of it. They were saying, it's Morbin time and all this other stuff, making fun of how horrible the movie was. So they re-released it, and it made $10,000, if that, I think, in over 100 theaters. It did not do well. It did very poorly. It basically did what one theater should do in a night. Yeah. But, yeah, Supergirl did worse than that somehow.
Ogged by Morbius. Lower opening weekend than Morbius and the Marvels. Lower than Morbius is crazy.
I will say The Marvels is a better movie than this, so that makes sense. Oh, sorry, a less shitty movie than this.
Girl stands to lose $100 million. The DC Studios tentpole cost $170 million to produce and roughly $120 million.
Look, and I'm not against the movie because it's a woman or anything like that. I actually, there's some Supergirl stories I'm really fond of, as you've probably heard me talk about. The Red Daughter of Krypton, I really like, and I even think that this could have been a good movie if they had actually done it based off the source material. But they did that thing. You know how sometimes they'll have like an ambiguous ending, and it's like, oh my God, is Shane dead at the end of that movie? And some people are like, yeah, no, he's alive, or no, he's leaned over, he's dead, he's slumped over. In the comic, spoilers, they don't kill the bad guy. They meet again as old people, and old lady, whatever that annoying girl's name was, hits him with a cane. And the little things that look like blood, a silhouette of blood, is just emphasis of the hit. The writer, who again ripped this story off of True Grit, it's actually kind of daunting, but he's even come out and said this, that the bad guy lives at the end of it. I can't think of his name because he's not important, but yeah, the writer or the character.
Dollars to market. Can you imagine who would win in a fight? A $120 million budget or one drunk British guy? Peter Stefan is
one drunk British guy,
Supergirl
100%.
underperforming at the box office. So they even went and said this. While Supergirl didn't meet box office expectations, it's just one component of a broader long-term strategy at DC Studios to remain.
Yeah, that's right. This movie flopped because of our strategy. It's a strategy to have a movie lose $100 million at the box office. And look, that's not even including the box office cut. A lot of theaters, especially for these bigger budget movies, don't take a big cut of the actual ticket sales. They make most of their movie off concessions and getting you drunk in the movie theater so you can't tell how shitty the movie is. But a lot of these theaters don't see a lot of the actual ticket revenue. but they do get some. So even if it makes $200 million, they don't see all of that money. And it doesn't make a profit until it crosses a certain threshold. And then you have to think of the marketing budget and so on and so forth.
Confident in. What's the strategy? Losing money? Destroying your brand value? Basically, he's saying, like, we failed once, yes, but imagine if we failed many times after that. When did it become good Hollywood practice to piss off a potential audience?
About the last 10 years. Have you been paying attention?
I guess women know that this is just how it's always been. If you're pissing the right kind of people off, you're doing okay. Well, if you piss too many of them off, then you're not doing okay.
Yeah.
You can tell people a million ways and a million times about how you have the right opinions, but if enough people have the wrong opinions, then you have the wrong opinions. And you're not going to make any money. This is the girl.
I have many queer friends. I think because she doesn't live inside the binary of what we think a woman should be, that is what makes her so special and so exciting and so new.
Paul Tassi, you are not going to convince me Millie Alcock saying liberal things is the reason why Supergirl bombed. When harassed to living hell, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel made $1.1 billion. You guys don't matter as much as you.
The only reason Captain Marvel made that much is one, propaganda, and two, it came between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, the two final movies of the entire build up to the Infinity War saga, the Infinity Stone saga. That's pretty much the only reason that made that much money. People were told that they had to see this movie so they would fully understand the next movie. It's the only reason it made that much. How do we know? Its sequel, The Marvels, which had a bigger, more diverse cast, flopped very hard. It flopped as hard as Joker Folie Deux. Because that movie betrayed not only its audience, but its own characters.
You think the movie was after Infinity Wars? Yeah, Captain Marvel did really well because the MCU was a much more successful franchise than, you know, the DCU, right? I mean, like, nobody cares about Supergirl. The writer for Supergirl,
again, I do, but
literally only had a short film in her resume. She was hired because of nepotism and her gender. The script.
Yes, she's a failed actress. Like, this person was on, like, a CW show back in the day, and I'm pretty sure that she married well, like a lot of young starlets do. Like, where did Michelle Branch go? She married a producer. Where did this person go? Married a producer. Where did Eve go? She married some billionaire in another country. That's where a lot of these people went.
For Supergirl is so good that James Gunn wants writer Anna, whoever the fuck, involved in multiple DCU projects.
And just for
it sucked. It sucked out loud. By the way, she's also going to be writing the Wonder Woman movie. So heads up for that to suck if we even get to it.
For context, this was a comment made by James Gunn a year and a half before the movie came out.
What is it like actually writing both Supergirl and working on Wonder Woman?
After
I
never
try
writing
to
anything.
approach every character that I write from a place of what feels the most true to me about them.
James Gunn walking into Warner Bros. Offices this morning.
Pretty much.
Oh, no.
That's a scene from Goodfellas right before he dies.
Oh.
Good to see you.
Yeah, can I say one thing to you?
Yeah.
I've watched every clip and it looks amazing.
Oh, dude, you don't even know. I'm not gonna brag, but
Yeah, you could. You
Yeah,
could
you-
if you want to.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You don't even know. Well, I guess nobody does.
I just want to get my timeline down right. And we love Henry, of course. And
Yes,
like,
he's the sweetest guy.
sweet guy, love him. Thought he was coming back. We all thought he was coming back. Then soon thereafter, you get the gig as the head of DCU. At a certain point, you and
Who knew that Henry Cavill being screwed over by these people would be the best career thing to happen to him ever? It'd be one more ride, 1.5 more rides for nothing. Technically 2.5.
when Peter have to have that unfortunate phone call, I would imagine.
No, we sat down
Henry.
with him. We sat down with Henry.
So without revealing too much, I mean, what is that like to have to be the guy to tell Superman we have to go a different way now?
It's probably good, honestly. That way he can make good movies and
Yeah,
not
for
be
Henry.
tied down. It's like, hey, I'm really sorry, but you're not going to be the captain of the Titanic anymore. I know
Yeah.
you were really looking forward to being part of the Concordia, but unfortunately, we're going to have to go with a different captain.
all of a sudden they were announcing Henry was back, and I'm like, what is going on? We know what the plan is. The plan was to come in and do Superman.
Yeah.
So they completely bait and switched people just to get them excited for something that they knew wasn't going to happen. I'm surprised he's even saying this. I feel like they probably got really mad at him for saying this privately.
So yeah, so we came in, and that was really unfortunate. I'm like, this poor guy. And so Peter and I, the right thing to do is to sit down with him and talk to him. And we sat down, we talked to him. He was an absolute gentleman, a great guy about it. He said, the only thing I ask is that I'm able to reveal it myself as opposed to it coming from you guys. I'm like, that's
No, he's a class act. Always has been from the start. Yeah.
All right, so that's that update. Frogan has to pay Ethan Klein $180,404. And she was all bragging about how it was a default judgment. Well, she defaulted to $108,404. Congratulations. So that gives me a little optimism for the Queen of Cell Phone, Denims, and that guy whose name is not important enough for me to remember. Let's continue.
Get anyone further left on the woke stuff than this. He's a walking parody of Scott Wiener, a rep in California. His name is Wiener. He does all the gay stuff. He was at the Folsom Street Fair in the S&M gear. This is a guy who, by the way, made it more difficult for people to find sex offenders because they wanted to protect the queer community. This is a man who made it no longer a felony for people to knowingly infect someone else potentially with an HIV-riddled load. This is San Francisco. This is the guy.
Yeah. This is that guy. First of all, his name's Wiener. And he made it not only easier for people to avoid the sex registry in California, but he also made it basically legal for you to not disclose that you have HIV to your partner. And for that to not be considered attempted murder or any kind of blah. It's disgusting.
Well, guess what? The revolution, they always eat their own because now he's too Jewy to be with the gay folks.
Scott, I think your legislation
I am Chewbacca.
On trans issues and your legislation specifically protecting queers on the sex offender registry is fantastic.
Wow, praising it.
I really applaud you for that, and I think you deserve to be here for that.
Supporting sex offenders.
Saying that specifically.
I think your housing policy, and specifically your housing policy aligning with Gimby's, and I think your policy, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza is terrible.
Try to present as sane for about 30 seconds.
I think you do not belong here.
And again, according to this person, this guy has done all the right things for the LGBTQ plus community, especially the TQ plus. Done all the right things for them, to the point to where it's probably way too much, and they hate him because he won't say free Palestine, and they hate him because he thinks Israel should exist. You can't make this shit up.
You do not belong here, Scott, anymore. It sucks.
I hate your bowl cut, bro.
Is that a bro? Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Come on, it's Pride Month. And you've been terrible. You've been terrible. You've been terrible on Gaza. I hate you. You do not belong here anymore, Scott, and it breaks my fucking heart. It breaks my heart. It breaks.
Well, that looks sane.
There's nothing like someone dressed like a ninja with Mango from Saturday Night Live's little hot pants. That's choice. He's wearing a keffiyeh and hot pants. That's funny.
I want to support someone who's positive on Gaza. How could you do that? How could you betray queers?
Now, here's the point that I want to make here. You're not going to get anyone further left on the woke stuff than this. He's a walking parody of the left, and he is still not enough because he has a differing opinion.
And yeah, he is exactly like the thing that most people on the right or the normie rights and all that, the thing that they think everyone on the left is, that's what Scott Wiener is. He's literally that. So what your mom, your grandma, conspiratorial uncle thinks of the left, that's what Scott Wiener is. Except for Gaza, apparently.
Israel, Palestine. Now, put aside your opinions on that. The right-wing equivalent of this is someone like Donald Trump and this administration doing more on immigration than any other administration in history, to be clear. Doing more on DEI, doing more on government waste. But then you say, you know what, it's not enough because insert Iran. Insert whatever your pet issue is. Don't be that version on the right where nothing they do is good enough. They eat their own. Don't eat your own. Things got even worse for Wiener, by the way. It's a rough day. He got kicked out of a Coldplay concert.
Yeah. Oh, look at these.
Oh, my God.
All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Now, to be clear, he didn't get in trouble for the affair because it's the most decadent, degenerate culture in the world. They all have open relationships.
It's expected, yeah.
He got in trouble because he was at a Coldplay concert.
Hey.
Well, no, it's because they got, Coldplay. They're not woke enough now because remember they said that we welcome both Israeli people and Palestinian people.
I do remember that.
They devour their own. Do better than them.
I don't understand the comment the guy made. He goes, "I can't." How at the very end we cut it off. How could you do that to the queers of San Francisco by supporting Palestine?
By supporting Israel to and by the way,
affect the queers of San Francisco and
yeah, and that's the crazy thing in Palestine. Most of the Pride community would be thrown off rooftops. That's not a lie. That's pure fact. Not all Muslim countries have those laws, but the ones that practice Sharia, specifically, the devout ones, to where the government controls, or the religion controls the government, and there's been no push or effort to liberalize in those countries, which is why a lot of people in those communities from those countries come to the West. They come to America. They come to Europe. It's you can't make this shit up.
They don't allow queers in Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to replace him? This is what we see with the left.
My guess they'll replace Scott Wiener with Trudy Vagina.
What? Foundation. Daily video. What?
Let me see that video.
By the way, we are live weekdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. We're going to give you all the references. We're about to go through this. We do it every show. Click the link every day, weekdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. We want you to call us to the mat on these. I want you to watch that one thing again. When I say this man is as far left socially as humanly possible, remember, that agitator, you may not realize what they're discussing. We did a segment on this years ago. Praising Wiener. In other words, here's the carrot, here's the stick. I love that you protect sex offenders. The stick is, but the Jews.
Yeah.
I think your legislation on trans issues and your legislation specifically protecting queers.
Look at everyone as they notice he's walking by.
Sex offender registry is fantastic. Like, I really applaud you for that, and I think you deserve to be here for that.
Now, if you're new here and you may not understand the depth of depravity with that. So that's Wiener's SB 145 piece of legislation there. That ended mandatory sex offender registration if the victim was over 14 years old. Wow. The adult can be up to 10 years older than the minor. Avoid having to register. There's a lot more to
See, that's awful. he made it legal. Well, he made it illegal for anyone to be put on a sex offender registry if they were gay and if the victim was over 14 and they were 10 years or less separated. Gross.
It was all done under the guise of, the thing is, there's a good amount of queers, of LGBTQ, queer, trans, whatever people, and they could become a target, so let's put the population at risk and allow these people to continue to conceal their identity. Here are some other things that he's done. I told you about this before. He actually reduced the penalty for knowingly transmitting HIV to someone without disclosing it. It used to be a felony, rightfully so. That's biological warfare. He reduced it to a misdemeanor. Wow. Can anyone make the argument I've heard is, well, your HIV load may be so low that it's basically not something that can be transmitted. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? You have AIDS. The fact that he moved it from, and I was wrong about that, the fact that he changed it from a felony to a misdemeanor to knowingly transmit AIDS to someone, or even the HIV, it's disgusting. Like, who are these laws for? Like, are we trying to get HIV big again? Like, are we trying to give Fauci nostalgia for the 80s so he has something to do post-COVID? What are we doing?
It's AIDS. Err on the side of caution when banging strangers.
You're also forgetting the other argument. Condoms are uncomfortable.
Right, exactly right. And
hey, good morning.
Too, with the PrEP pill, is you're seeing all kinds of other STDs, STIs make a comeback.
Hey, was that Yanuka? Was that you that I heard Nux give a shout out to during the live stream last night?
In the gay community. Why? Because we can't really get HIV, we can't really get AIDS.
Who cares about
or is that another
everything
Yanuka?
else? There are other viruses. There are other microbes. Also, California is a trans sanctuary state. So,
he made it that.
Hey, maybe your kids could be taken there if they want to transition and you say no, and then the parents will never be able to see their kids again. This is an evil, far, far left person. But the litmus test on the left is you don't despise the Jews enough. And even if you completely disagree with his stance on Israel.
Yeah, he shouted out to, I think someone named Yanuka gave some a bunch of subs or something. I don't know, but I heard him say Yanuka, and I was like, I was mostly like, I am saying it right, but
I would advise those on the left, strategically, keep that guy there because you're not going to get better. And I would just advise those on the right, don't throw out all the wins and the progress and be like the left. Watch them do the opposite. You're going to see this with some other people, by the way. Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, Newsom. By the way, it looks like AOC is probably going to be the Democrat nominee. That's what it's looking like. It looks more.
See, and stuff like this, I feel the same way about AOC's candidacy as I did about George W. Bush's presidency. I'm sorry, Yanuka. I know it's not like an actual shout out. I know he yells out all the people who do things, but I just thought it was cool, man. Like, but I feel the same way about AOC's candidacy for president in 2028 as I did about the W. Bush's presidency. While I didn't want them to be president, I found everything that they did hilarious in a very sad for society kind of way. But who knows, maybe someone will throw both of their sandals at AOC too and bring the country together, if only for a few minutes.
More and more like that every day. Guess what? She's going to have to moderate herself nationally, and people will say that she was a fraud. This is what happened.
They're already pissed off at her that she hasn't come out in support of the DSA wins enough.
I know.
I'm kind of disappointed that she hasn't been sponsored by AOC monitors.
York. I know. This is what happens, right? Communists, revolutionaries, they end up failing. The pioneers end up failing their own party, their own revolution's purity test. It was actually written about as far back, many, many times, but 1793, the journalist Jacques Mallet Dupin, I don't know how you say it in English, Jacques Mallet Dupin.
That's not very good.
Dare you. Son of a...
He wrote, like Saturn, revolutions devour their children. That's the left. And make no mistake, this administration, Donald Trump,
do you notice
this is revolutionary.
Hold on.
Being given to the White House for its 250th anniversary. On the left is the eagle known as the Reichsadler, which was a 1930s Germany symbol, the one that took the lives of 6 million Jews. Trump's not even put
It didn't take the lives. It was a symbol of the people who did, though.
pending anymore. Donald Trump actually posted this. What do you notice here? On the right is
That both of them are bird enthusiasts. Look, let's not pretend that the eagle already isn't the national bird, like the symbol of America. Okay? Now, And we already have what is the symbol where he's holding like the arrows and the olive branch? We already have that, which looks a lot more Reiki than this, and it came first. But this one is a symbol that I'm pretty sure that something similar to this, I had a pennant or a badge in the military that looked just like this. We've had this symbolism for years before the Nazis fucking existed. Okay, this is the most... The Krasensteins are grifters. Okay, they're the equivalent of Tucker Carlson or Megyn Kelly or Candace Owens. They don't... They're just like... Oh, they're your best friend's little sister when you're like 5 or 6. It's just like, I'm gonna tell mom what you did, and I'm gonna make a bunch of shit up too. Like that's all this is. They're both eagles with their wings open. But this one has a nice little curvature. It looks more natural, and this one is very stilted, and it's holding a swastika. This is just painful. Like these are people who hope that you don't know anything, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at these two things. Look at that. You know what that means?" These are the same people who think that because Antifa means anti-fascist, if you're against them, it automatically makes you a fascist when Antifa uses fascistic tactics. It's like, oh yeah, no, they named themselves this, like just like the People's Republic of China or the Democratic Republic of North Korea. You know, sure, I could call myself Long Dick Willie. It doesn't make it true.
Turn to our revolutionaries. It's far closer to our founding fathers than the Jeb Bushes of the world, than the Rhinos of the world, than the Mitt Romneys, the John McCains, the George W. Bushes, the choices that we had in the past. Don't devour our own, because then these people win. Also, if you are a conservative, we've talked about this before, I know you need to fight like hell, but I would not stay in a place like California or New York. Speaking of AOC, you probably don't want to set your roots down there. Oh, you're still here? And you're still watching?
No, definitely not. Anyway, continuing.
And people are losing their minds trying to sabotage the reflecting pool. Look.
Wait. See, I hate this. I gotta get some of these out of here. Okay, Wokelizers.
Last decade, we have seen a lot of Western localizers weasel their way into Japanese entertainment companies and convince them they need to modernize their work and that they are going to make sure that these companies don't get canceled. And gamers and anime and manga fans have completely rejected these butchered works, but now we're finding out that Japan is actually investing a lot of money in AI to speed up translations, and you have to wonder how many of these vocalizers are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah, congratulations, localizers, Western localizers. You've lost your jobs because you sucked at it. You put your politics before your love of the art itself, and now you're not going to have any jobs because they're going to AI. Because as these companies, they don't have to use their American subsidiaries. Toei doesn't have to hand anything over to Funimation or any of that shit. They don't. They're just going to use AI to do it all themselves. And it'll probably be closer. Hopefully, the voice actors don't have the same trouble, but $15. Have you seen the new song by Don Bongwater? No, let me look that up while this is playing.
I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, my stance has always been, I generally want humans to do this work. I do not want every single job to be replaced by AI, but in the case of translation...
Oh, is it K-Crusader?
There are a lot of activists who have weaseled their way into this space, convinced companies they need to change their work, and then there are plenty of pieces of entertainment that have been butchered because these individuals cannot help themselves. They will always push their politics and their activism onto other people because they want to change culture, which ultimately can affect the rest of the world. And yes, I completely understand that there are a lot of problems happening in Japan right now. Just a few days ago, I had actually talked about how Japanese companies are implementing larger DEI programs, and it looks like a lot of those different
I'll play it
companies
after
are
this.
now going to be hiring people simply to check off boxes on a checklist. Not shocking because they're just following Western trends, though this right here could be good or it could be bad, because I do not want to continue to see things butchered by activists. They will put cringeworthy dialogue, they will sanitize, they will censor. I mean, they will change a product so much that it doesn't even represent the original source
Hey,
material.
Shapeshifter.
But AI
Welcome.
could do that too. Crunchyroll is a big problem. Crunchyroll and Funimation's merger ended up being terrible. And I think we all knew that that was going to happen, right? They basically have a Western monopoly on anime. Yes, there are some alternatives like High Dive and Netflix and even Hulu, but not to the size that Crunchyroll is. And Crunchyroll, over the years, from what we have understood, has asked these creatives to change work so that it is easily marketable and so global audiences can enjoy it, which is a major red flag. But
See, and that's the main thing. I've always liked Crunchyroll, always liked Funimation. I'm not the biggest anime guy, but I've been watching it off and on for years. Mostly the big ones. Bleach. I've seen a little Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, all of them, of course. Currently going through One Piece, and One Piece specifically, if you try to watch it on Netflix, you miss a lot of episodes, I found out. While Crunchyroll has a lot of issues with some of the episodes not being in sync, per se, you get a lot more episodes. And a lot of that's not filler, I found out. They are, like, kind of flashbacky episodes while you're still getting current storyline on them. But, yeah, it's just not the same experience. So they do kind of have a monopoly. There's a lot more argument for Crunchyroll now having a monopoly when it comes to anime than there is for saying Steam has a monopoly when it comes to PC games. Yeah, delusional, like, egotistic, and idiotic. No, exactly.
this could go even further than just anime and manga. This entire AI trend, it is affecting the entire world right now. But when I hear about this story specifically, that these anime and manga translators are now potentially going to be out of jobs and there's going to be less of them affecting these industries, all I can really say is it sucks to suck. FAFO. Maybe if you had done your job in the first place, people would be running to your defense, because there's no way that I could run to defend these people and that I could sit here and say, no, this is terrible, this is awful, because they've done so much harm to our entertainment. It also...
Hey, real quick, I got to say this. Epic Mike said something not completely stupid. Valkyrie opens up about her first sexual experience being with her female babysitter when she was a kid. Gross, but she talked about it like it was just normal. She actually, and Big Mike says she straight up got graped by her babysitter and tried to frame it like it was just some kind of lesbian exploration in college. Yeah, based Epic Mike here. He doesn't have too many takes like that.
The plan will help companies like Crunchyroll, Shueisha, Bandai Namco, Kodansha, and Square Enix use AI tools to release official translations much faster and for global
Oh,
fans.
never mind. I'm thinking, no, Epic Mike. He works for Geeks and Gamers. I don't know why I thought he was one of the Son Orbiters. I need coffee.
Shorten the wait between Japanese release and official English version, reducing reliance on pirate sites and fan translations. And yeah, they definitely are fighting a lot of piracy right now. But
yeah, Pokemon's been extra cringe lately. Was that Pokemon or was that... I was going to say, I straight up can't tell the difference between Valkyrie and Pokemon.
ultimately, we're going to have to see what actually happens here. This could be good, this could be bad. I do get that at least their argument right now is, well, we want to shorten the wait, but who knows what the content is going to turn out to be. Now, a lot of people are responding the same exact way that I am, which is GG's to the woke localizers. But
They got Asmongold looking like James Franco from that crappy Spring Breakers movie.
Don't know the damage that they've done over the years. I would be sitting here for multiple days on end if I tried to explain all of the most recent examples, but I'll show you just a couple. We have Crunchyroll localizers insert online slang and memes into dead account anime English dub. You've got Netflix localizers rewrite Blue Box English script sees character complimented for being feminist instead of feminine. Viz Media English localizer rewrites dialogue in Sidcraft. Love is a mystery to insert modern slang. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero English localizers rewrite Akira Toriyama's original manga script. Insert Zoomer lingo into classic Vegeta vs. Kid Trunks dialogue. Western.
Yeah, no, it was super cringe. Super cringe. Sniper Wolf, I can kind of tell the difference just because, unlike Pokimane and Valkyrie, Sniper Wolf sometimes stops talking, mostly during her reaction streams.
Localizer proudly brags about butchering Sentai Filmworks. English localization of 2.5D Seduction. English localizers furious over Japanese publishers' decision to use AI translations for light novels. So the list goes on, and I've talked about a lot of these in videos. So if you go to my channel, you type in localizers, a lot of them will pop up. I've talked about it for several years. So this right here is why I am not shedding a tear or reposting this right here on X and saying this is terrible and awful. And it's the same way I feel about a lot of video game developers. I would, in theory, run to defend them, even if I do not agree with what your politics are or your opinions are.
And they brag about it. They brag about changing the actual content of this because they deem Japanese culture to be problematic. Then why do you love it so much? Like most of these people, if you don't get into translating anime or dubbing anime or doing any of the things so that more American or Western people can enjoy the anime that allegedly you've loved from before that got you to learn Japanese, as a lot of my friends did. I don't have that capacity, unfortunately, obviously. Then what the fuck are you doing? If you find the content problematic, watch something else. It's literally that simple. Like a lot of these people, instead of starting their own studios or making, creating their own franchises or their own games even, they take over other franchises. They join other studios and change them from within. And then they tank those franchises, those studios. You see it in every form of media. And then you have open combat on the internet with the audience that I'm not saying you should pander to your audience. However, calling them a bunch of virgins, basically, that's all that, what's it called? Incels. Calling them incels and all this other crap. It's basically just like calling someone a virgin from the 90s. That's all it is. It's just new terms. You're changing the insults to a word that'll be frowned upon in another 5 or 10 years, and we'll find some other way to insult people. Or it's completely okay if you say it to people who you deem problematic. As someone who likes vanilla, I admit it's problematic. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. You can never go wrong with vanilla. No, I agree. Goku is white, and he's popular with... Well, I mean, most anime characters, except for the ones that are obviously black or obviously representing native to whatever land, America, South America, Africans, whatever, most characters aren't supposed to be white or Asian, and most of the character designs actually come from cat faces. I've learned, which is kind of funny considering a lot of anime fans become furries. Not a lot, but more than you'd think. But yeah, I mean, Goku's arguably white or Asian. But yeah, no, a lot of black people like him. A lot of black people like Vegeta, Superman. You can relate to a character without them being the same skin color as you. I love watching a bunch of hood movies. Because I have friends who always talked about it or who participated in it or whatever, and I was just like, nah, that looks horrible. Hey, however the fuck you say that, thank you for the follow.
I still would
Looks like a Slavic name.
say you have a right to have those political opinions or just those opinions in general, and I also think that you as a human being should be prioritized over AI. But at this point, what am I supposed to say? You're an activist, you have butchered our entertainment, you have attacked us for criticizing you.
And you don't have the creativity to put your little messages in the entertainment medium to which you ascribe. Like, the best people that did this did it in the 90s. Where you can educate people or teach them or show them some kind of growth without them even knowing, subliminally or working it into the story somehow. But no, you don't do that. You beat them over the head and then you call them one of the great many names that you call them for not falling for it.
You block people, you silence people, you sanitize work, and you completely rewrite believing that you know better than the original creator. Yeah, there's no line of defense there. So heading back to this post on X, the responses are, as I mentioned, exactly what you would expect. If it means the retard woke pronoun localizers are all put out of a job, I'm 100% behind this decision. GG's to the woke localizers.
And do any of y'all think that all of this has just been a long psyop to get us to be okay with things that we wouldn't have been okay with 10 years ago? To be okay with the thought of AI taking over for a lot of these jobs where 10 years ago we wouldn't want them to, but considering they've been filled by a bunch of these people, now we're just kind of like, just take it, give me my form of entertainment. The answer to that question is yes, of course. The same way it made us buy Sun Wukong when we were like, I'm never going to support China on anything, no matter what, even if there's a fire. And then a bunch of really crappy video games were taken by a lot of these people, shitified, and then Sun Wukong came out and it was kind of badass and beautiful graphics and retold a great story that we've seen retold many times through anime. It does kind of make you think.
When they have been deliberately butchering translations and then they cry because they won't have jobs anymore. On one hand, this is good because I'm sick of woke localizers. On the other hand, this is bad because good localizers really enhance the experience. And this is true. There are still good localizers. And I hope that as they implement this, right, a lot of the people who have done controversial things over the years end up without jobs, and then the good localizers are still hired and still used in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't say that these people are going to be completely replaced. It's just supposed to be assistance and help, but who knows what will actually happen. It's going to have the dude effect of removing the woke nonsense the localizers inject, and AI can also insert this. If a Crunchyroll really wants to insert modern slang and political references, or a Square Enix wants to, or a Bandai Namco, it is still going to happen, but we have to hope that it isn't. Anyone celebrating this is likely too illiterate to be affected, but for the rest of us, this is just sad. Good time as any to start learning Japanese. See, this is the classic localizer response is, oh my gosh, you guys are too stupid to be affected by this. L plus rate.
Oh no, we're affected by it. Because it means that we're going to get the real translations of the medium that we very much love that y'all have taken over a few franchises. And this is pretty funny. This is your death rattle post right here.
Ratio, buddy. AI better than depending on Western liberals who love to subvert instead of just translate.
Yeah.
So does this mean the translation won't be as edited because an AI will do it based on textbook Japanese and not a human freely writing in what?
See, subverting expectations has just been, I don't like to use the word dog whistle, but a dog whistle for people who can't write and to explain why this doesn't feel like the character or the setting that we're in, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
They want it to be. I'm curious if this could be a good sign for those who want to experience as close to Japanese original intent as possible, and who knows. But I do know that the response has been swift and strong to this. I'm sure over the next couple of days, there are going to be quite a few localizers who are going to be taken to social media and voicing how unhappy they are and how nervous
Oh, and I can't wait.
And all I can really say is you have dug yourself into so deep of a hole that now you can't get out and nobody is going to throw you down the rope. So maybe you can make it out. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below if you found this.
Whoops.
Alrighty, folks. So I am here. I'm going to explain to you exactly what just went down.
What is happening?
With regard to several Supreme Court cases. We'll do the full break.
Hold on.
People are losing their minds trying to sabotage the reflecting pool. Looks like the park police are using.
Here we go. K-Crusader live edit. I love all the AI representations of Nux, by the way. Alright, just gonna pause there just in case there's... I know this is more than likely AI, but you never know. Okay, never mind, it's not. This song was promised to me 3,000 years ago. I love the shoes, man. Have you seen that he even wore the shoes on some of his quote-unquote live interviews of the few people that he has shown his face to? Yeah, bass kick. I tell you, you haven't been owned until you've been kicked by a fuzzy slipper. Oh, easy with that. No higher than that, Nux. My heart goes out to you. Oh. What the fuck? Tectone released a video called Asmund Finally Noticed, and we basically find out children get... No, that's 100% true. No, I saw parts of that. I like how YouTube puts a notice that it's AI under the video title. Oh, does it? Oh, it does. I mean, they want to make sure that they give you any kind of hate that they can. Full with action. Are these supposed to be people? Like, I know that's probably Andrew Esquire there. Yeah, get him. Look at that. Look how he never even slides out of his fuzzy slippers. Yo, this is so awesome. Suplex. Yo, I love how it made the little splatter on the ground. That was funny. I hate stickers upside down for the texture. What the fuck? My true love. That's actually good. I'm gonna use that as an insult. It's great.
In the comments, mixing the threads. People write essays about stuff that I said. I just sip tea where the drama spreads. Then drop one joke, everybody plays dead. Everyone is always wanting more. Lord from Lord, knock some noise. Yeah, I'm Lord, knock some noise. Laughing while the chat screams more. Turn the chaos into lore. Hit record and stop the war.
Was that a teleporting penny? Oh my god, he got it from it. It gives him access to the Jew tunnels. Is that Tectone? No, there's a lot of them. Oh, that's right. There's little Hebrew goblins, right? Yo. Hold on. Right here. I see what you did there. Speaking of this, watch Tectone's video. Asmongold's new girlfriend is worrying me. Oh yeah? How long is that one? That's got to be Andrew Esquire. Yo, Sobs. I love Sobs. They're retarded to work on, but is that Milo Yiannopoulos? Has he gotten fat? Has he turned into a weeble? That was pretty dope. Hold on. Let's see if we can find that. Is this it? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead to my slightly less attractive twin here. Lord the Duke of Tectone here.
Tectone.
Yo, Don P. Bongwater, can you
had an entire part of his podcast.
Can you make a video about a journey of me trying to get Asmongold's gay shirt off of him?
What?
Dedicated to they had a little struggle session about me.
And prevent him from fucking fat bitches? Bro, it's not my fault that me and every other sound of mind individual are a little bit concerned that Asmongold might be a chubby chaser. He might. I'm sorry, bro.
Who cares? He likes what he likes. Like if he likes fat chicks, then that's fine. Just because he's rich doesn't mean he has to go out with some kind of supermodel. No, Yanuka. All right, hey, have a good day, bub. Be safe out there. Asmon wearing a rainbow shirt. Yeah, no, he's the rainbow plaid. I think it's a decent look on him.
But I am just concerned.
It's funny.
Our boy Asmongold is gonna end up with a fucking hippo. Or worse, be gay. Where the jokes.
Who cares? Okay, if he wants to become a quadriplegic because of love, then let him. Let him. Who cares? Who cares who he's poking?
Not on long enough, man. I swear to God, if it's July 1st and Asmongold is still wearing that Pride shirt, I might have to do a wellness check on this. Go on here. Can you make that a video?
They were upset about me. We're gonna watch it. We are. I forgot all about this. Where the hell to go? Here it is.
Dude, we got to get that gay shirt off Asmom. He's gone from Roach King to Whale King. That shirt is absolutely cursed.
True.
If you guys aren't killing or resurrecting brown people, I don't care.
What about you, Powder? Yo, dog, I don't know none of this.
Who the fuck is this?
I ball with y'all. Listen, that shirt is sentient. As soon as he put that on, all of a sudden he's saying shit like, "Come hither, my thick fridge queens."
True.
We need to burn it. We have to burn the evil. It's not
True.
kosher.
Why do they actually kind of sound like themselves? I mean, I've never heard him say that specifically, but I don't know who this is, and he just sounds like standard AI voice. What the fuck? Yeah, no, he can be retarded. It's fine. What the fuck is happening? She just falls over.
This is so foul. How did he end up a chubby chaser, dude?
And frankly, I'm more offended by the shitty wigs and eyelashes than anything else on this. But you know, whatever. People like what they like.
Dude, he's supposed to be an
Ah! Okay, never mind. Oh, that's funny.
Some like 'em petite, some like 'em tall. Asthma likes 'em wide like a bathroom stall.
Why are they all the same person now?
Her gut's so big it makes the kitchen sing. Diabetes kicking in, but who really cares? So the stains on the shirt she
Oh, is that who that is? Powder or someone named Jake? What the fuck? Why did they all turn into the same person? Ah! Where'd this white bitch come from? And why does she look exactly like her, but just with blonde hair? What the fuck? Why she turn Latina-ish?
Probably not morbidly obese. She's probably...
Oh, fuck. It's too good, man, bro. You got my ass cackling out here, bro. Holy crap.
Probably 80 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
I can tell.
All right, here's the plan. First, find Asmon and annihilate the rainbow shirt. Second, cock-block whatever BBW situation is happening because of it.
Yeah, this sounds lame. I'm gonna go back to Vietnam to turn more of those Indians to beef curry.
What the fuck? Is he Jewish?
Breakfast person, all of us Asmods ordered the bacon. Lots of the bacon.
What the fuck is happening here? Don't worry about it. These are his moderators. They're harmless. Just dumb.
Hey, be kind to Asmongold's mods. They're very good people. Asmongold's mods and editors are very good people. By the way,
Yo, his editor seems really cool.
like Powder just looks insane here.
Okay, so it's Powder.
Listen, I know it's funny. Whatever the fuck we're doing with, I get it's funny.
Hold on, let me see.
Can we just make her a cute little elf instead, please? Please, God. Just make Powder a cute little elf, please. This shit is cursed. This shit is beyond cursed. It makes me so uncomfortable. Okay? Let's just make her a cute little...
That's Powder? This doesn't even look anything like Powder.
Please.
Aw, no bakey for the mods.
That doesn't look the same.
I'm Tater Tom, Asmon's top mod. You're
Oh my God.
Yeah, it needs to be destroyed before he makes a horrible decision like inviting Frogan the Huck over.
You see, and that actually sounds and looks just like Tectone. What are we doing?
Go on up. He's looking for another dead animal that's making the house stink.
What the fuck?
Stop. Bro, you cannot do this, dude. You cannot do this.
Why are they fat versions of Powder?
We all agree that the first week of Pride Month, it was a rough week.
I gotta say, this looks delicious.
He bounced back. He has bounced back.
The food.
He has bounced back. He has heard my critiques, and he has bounced back. He's back to normal. Okay, he called out.
Oh no, Shapeshifter! All the AI videos that you've suggested have been hilarious. The fact that, oh my God, the rat clock.
He's back in a
Honestly, this looks a lot cleaner than where I think Aspen actually lives, which is saying a lot.
solid state of mind. He just had a weak week. Oh, he had a very weak week. His shirt was corrupting him. Okay, this is insane. We're reaching levels of generational oral loss. It's back. Give it back to him. This is too much, bro. This is too much. I low-key feel bad. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Obviously, we're all concerned. We don't want to end up with a fatty, but like, I mean, goddamn, bro. These are some heifers. You know, these are some heifers.
Guys, what are y'all doing here?
The curse ends now!
Yes.
What the fuck did you do that for? You guys are actually insane.
That actually does sound like Asman. Yeah, stomp it with those pink slippers.
Who the fuck are you anyways?
I'm Powder, the blackest and whitest V-teamer on the planet. Remember the name, motherfucker?
Yep.
I was gonna change that shirt tomorrow anyways. Time to send these hogs back. The joke's gone on long enough.
Look how big his nips are. That's crazy. What the fuck is happening?
Chat, we did it. We destroyed.
It's AI Powder because she said all V2 actually old dudes. I mean, some of them, yeah.
Love it. I don't think it was shitty.
As much as we hate AI, it's strangely hilarious to get a good laugh out. No, 100%. Like I'm 50-50 on AI. Like stuff like this is awesome, but I don't like that it could possibly take pretty much everyone's job that doesn't work in a manual labor field.
Beautiful, man. Listen, you can't guilt
At least right away.
me and my chat and the overwhelming community, and it's in his own comments too. people are concerned about the shirt, and I get it. Some people think it's funny, you know, they see the shirt, it drives them crazy.
I can guilt you slightly more Jewy looking version of me.
Happened, and it was a week, and it's done now. It's done. But for that week, it was scary. And for that week,
and I will say I look pretty. At least I've been told I look not straight up Jew, but Jewish. Who was the goth guy supposed to be? Oh, that's Jake Monroe. Now he's been all over the place, especially with all this. He's a British Gothic conservative dude. He's pretty funny. He's a little too far past me, but no, he's got some interesting takes. But anyway, considering that I used to get beat up for being Jewish and I'm not Jewish, apparently I look like a stereotype to some people. He looks a little more than me, and also yet somehow a little more trailer park than me.
But don't worry.
Love you, Tectone. Like I love you. You're great.
Days, surely he will take the shirt off, and he will go to levels above and beyond. I've been saying this. It's just like Rock Lee taking off the training weights. He will return. It's all good. We only have 8 more days left to endure this shit, and we will have our Roach King back. It will be absolutely okay. The curse has ended? I believe so. Since swapping to the flannel, it's already been a step up. The original one was really fucking bad. But I think we will be okay. And also, I am going to get so jacked that they have to make my AI version even more muscular. When I break 315, oh my god. When I break 315 and I lose all my belly fat, I'm going to look like a fucking monster. Please make Powder not look like that ever again. Sincerely, a concerned fan. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna have to get jacked too just to keep up with my slightly less attractive counterpart there. I need to stop saying that. One of these days, it might come back to bite me. Who knows? But all right, one more little thing. I saw that Mr. Asman just posted. I love how AI Nux went Blue Goblin to Honk. Yeah, no, exactly. My God, I'm too lazy to sort through this, so I'll probably just end up I'll probably just end up making a new playlist and deleting that one instead of just taking some stuff that I've already watched out of it.
Subreddit that's dedicated to complaining about people that make content in New York. They're so nasty. There's a New York City content creator who's a transplant, by the way, begging people to donate to a GoFundMe for her rent, and it's making me incredibly happy. Everyone's bashing her.
She moved here willingly. She's not from here. Like, if you were from here, you would have some kind of argument, but you moved here because you thought it would be awesome, and you can't fucking afford it.
I don't wish this stress on anyone. I'm now facing this final week by myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. This has been agonizing. I've moved so many times last year of living in New York, and I know the life that I signed up for by being a full-time artist in New York City. Mamdani gave a speech after the Knicks won.
You believe?
Did you move here because you thought Mamdani is going to take the rent away? He's not going to be able to do it right away if he can do it at all, legally. 2, gross.
The speech?
What is New York if not your back is up against the wall, your dream just out of reach?
Dude, this is the target audience for Mixtape.
Unsure how you'll make your next rent payment.
Yeah.
And looking at those 99.6% odds that are against you and smiling because in that point
You're not smiling.
New Yorkers find a way.
You're not a New Yorker.
Just been surrendered.
You're not a New Yorker. Everyone from New York will say you're not a New Yorker. Everyone from New York will say that unless you're born there, you're not a New Yorker.
I can't carry it anymore. This is too much for me. I have no safety net. I don't have family that I can rely on financially.
Why would you move to New York then? See,
Yeah.
this is the problem, is that people like this make bad decisions, and then they act like...
You do like a responsible person does. You move to New Jersey, and you drive or bike to New York.
victims when those bad decisions have inevitable consequences.
Is literally up against a wall right
It's
now.
up against a
But one
window,
thing that I
actually.
know for sure is I love New York and I belong here and I'm not going anywhere.
So why are people get a job?
Well, get ready to be
Wow,
homeless, bitch.
excuse me, she's a dreamer. Ma'am, Donnie told her personally in a speech, "How dare you suggest that girlie get a day job to pay her bills? That'll ruin her artistic vision and creative spark. I want this to be a win for all of us, girl."
I mean, these are people who talk about privilege. You either live the life of a starving artist and you suck it the fuck up and push through, or you get a day job to support you and pay rent until you get your chance.
Girl, none of us give a damn if you move apartments. I hate when people talk like this. Who is all of us? Nobody benefits here besides you. And this is the bullshit she's selling. What the? All right. That's it. It's a Sonichu medallion? No! Oh, she can get out of my entire face with this.
Yes.
You know what's funny? Everybody on these snark influencer pages, they're all women. Look at all these ones with long hair. Those are girls. This entitled girl has the audacity to get on the internet and beg for money. Face looks like it. Look at it. Making fun of the way she looks, dude.
Hell
I
yes.
kill myself if someone said this, but she's extremely homely and unfortunate looking. They're so nasty. And people complain
Yeah, they're like
about me.
Asmon's
These bitches
teeth.
are petty. No one hates women more than women. It's legit relevant because if she were hot, that room would have some first-year lasered analyst in it already. So basically, because she's not being used as a fleshlight for a finance guy, that means that she's a loser. Bro, feminism is...
That's not true. Like, if she would bathe, I'm sure she could have Asmongold, but he likes fat girls, so.
God. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have rich guys that want to use you as a fleshlight? Oh, you're such a loser. How are they so nasty? What's wrong with them? They have to be fat. I don't like gatekeeping New Yorker, but she's the kind of person I make exceptions for.
No.
By the way, do you know how I know that this is all being done by
This
women?
person
I
isn't
think
from
that
New York.
Half of these negative comments wouldn't exist if she wasn't white. It's a green light for them to be as nasty and vicious, cruel as possible. And there's
I
no
don't agree.
sense of social consequence or problematic.
I
behavior.
don't
No
agree.
one is forcing her to live there, dude. It's all I love pickles XOXO. And this is that same.
Is that Blabs?
So she's making multiple. Oh my God, the Foids have gone wild, and it's all about women too. By the way, every single one of these, it's all. It's again, no one hates women more than women. This
Ew.
validates everything that I've been saying, everything I believe, everything. I'm actually right about everything.
Except the shirt. But yeah, you can kind of see my watch history here. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I appreciate y'all for coming by. Yanuka, I appreciate you for sticking around a little bit after you said you were going to leave. But yeah, guys, if you have any more of those fun AI videos, especially involving Tectone, Andrew Esquire, Nux, any of those people giving Asmongold an intervention, just throw them my way. I'll react to anything that y'all throw at me, so long as it doesn't get me banned or demonetized. Not that I'm monetized anyway. But just one little image here for everyone. Guys, look, she's not... I mean, in that pose, yeah, she's not the best looking. But, like, she's not this entirely. It's just so... It's mean. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming by. Means the world to me every day. You guys are here, thick or thin. Do me a favor, drop a like to help push me in the algorithm. And yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Till then, this